Here we go. On the road.
I wrestled at John F. Kennedy High School in Island, New Jersey, and then also for Middlesex County College in Edison, New Jersey. I believe it helped me get trained up a little bit more. It definitely helped as far as my ability to handle pain. One of the big things in wrestling is you have to be able to deal with a lot of pain. It's a very good experience. It definitely helped me understand where I could push myself to. Right now, I just finished doing 3 platoons over at SEAL Team 5, and now I work at Advanced Training Command, and I teach combatives. Anything you come into a house and you have to put hands onto somebody, this is the system that we use on how we can do this. I remember when I was in Buds, my nemesis was the drown proofing. I didn't know how to swim before I came into the teams. You know, I'm from the West Indies. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and in Trinidad, everyone goes to the beach, but it's not really to go swimming. You go to the beach just to go hang out, you know, hang out with family, eat food. For about 2.5 years, I had to learn how to swim well enough where I can pass the screen test. So learning how to become comfortable and relaxed, that was a major challenge for me when I was in Buds. I explicitly remember a couple times wanting to quit. I learned a lot about myself during all my training in Buds. A whole lot. A lot of people, for them, when they think about Buds, they think about Hell Week. And Hell Week is not the only part of Buds. There's a lot of evolutions where you are gonna be in a lot of pain. You are gonna be tired. You're gonna be driven to a point where you've never been before. The stuff that you've already done in wrestling practice is gonna be very similar to the types of pain that you will be experiencing here. It's not that much different. 90% of the guys that I know that were wrestlers made it through the program, and a lot of that was just their ability to be able to deal with the pain. The guys that have been the wrestlers, when you come to the evolutions, like log PT, carrying the boats overhead, those should be not necessarily easy exercises, but you've already been there in a place like that before. So it shouldn't be anything where, okay, I can't do this. There's nothing here at Buds that somebody who's a wrestler who has that type of pain experience won't be able to deal with. Doing this program and making it through this training has taught me that there's nothing that I can't do. There's nothing that I can't accomplish. This is a very exclusive opportunity. Don't let your fear of the water or something like that dissuade you from trying to come to this program. This is an amazing community to be in. I have no regrets about doing what I've done. I'm very, very happy that I'm a Navy SEAL right now. This is a life achievement for me. I'm AJ James and I'm a U.S. Navy SEAL.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Denver. I grew up in Northern California. I played 3 years of high school lacrosse in that area, and then I went on to play at Syracuse University. I was fortunate enough to be a member of 2 national championship teams at Syracuse. In my senior season, I was the team captain and an All-American. When I think of how lacrosse translates to what we do in the SEALs, I think of lacrosse as a warrior sport. So you take individual warrior skill sets and apply it to a team concept, and then you go compete on the field. What we do in the SEAL Brotherhood is select and train individuals in individual warrior skill sets. We translate that to a team concept, and then that tactical unit goes on to hunt our nation's enemies. So I think it translates very directly.
My name is Christian Olson. I played lacrosse for about 8 years. The best part about being a SEAL is the job description. I mean, I love jumping out of planes, I love shooting guns, I love doing everything that is involved with our job. I started playing lacrosse when I moved to my new town, Freeport. All my friends played. If your personal skills weren't up to par, you were the weakest link, and you were going to coach your team maybe a win. It's kind of the same way with the teams. You have to be the best at everything.
My name's Dave Dauphiné. I played lacrosse at Boston College, and I've been in the SEALs for about 5 years. Lacrosse is a great preparation for being in the teams, and it's also just a tough sport. It's physically hard, and it challenges you to have some mental toughness in order to make it through as well. To somebody coming into the teams who's played lacrosse, I would say that a lot of the ways that you're challenged as a lacrosse player and on a lacrosse team have exact parallels here in the teams, both in training and then beyond in SEAL teams and in platoon life. Again, you talk about that individual performance and then also putting that together for a team performance. There's really no better way to describe how a SEAL platoon operates. The things that I enjoy the most, without question, it's the team dynamic.
People you get to work with every day and the folks you get to spend the bulk of your time with. So I think just being around that caliber of individual and getting to share your time with those guys is something special to be a part of.
The ability to work with people every day that really, really want to be doing what they're doing and are really motivated to do so, that to me is the greatest reason why being a part of the teams is a truly rewarding job.
Riding motorcycles at a really young age. It's exhilarating, it's intensity, it's the funnest thing that I've ever done growing up as a kid. My favorite part about racing is the intensity that you race at. The intensity is so high that you can't be thinking about anything else. So whatever problems you're having or whatever distractions you have all go away when you're racing a motorcycle. I've had the opportunity to do a lot of things, but nothing tops riding my motorcycle, or more specifically racing my motorcycle. I love the competition. The competitive aspect of racing motocross is what brings it all together. Yeah, there's excitement when you're riding, but when you're racing and competing, that's the best. The only thing that's going through your head when you're on that gate is trying to be as cool and as comfortable as you can. You don't know how that start's going to go, and that's the most dangerous part of that race, because if you fall down, especially if you're in front of that pack and going into that first corner, if you fall down, you're going to be run over by a whole bunch of people. You're going to get jacked up, and it's going to affect the outcome of the race significantly. Similarities between motocross and being a team guy are the fact that you can plan all you want, but once the gate drops or once the mission starts, there are too many contingencies to be able to plan for, and you have to be able to make changes on the fly instantaneously that are going to affect the outcome of the race or the outcome of the mission. Each guy, when he first comes into the team, is going to really like what he sees, because the opportunities are endless there. You can be a sniper, you can be a communicator, you can be a driver. I mean, you're going to be doing everything, but you're also going to specialize in a certain aspect of it. You're going to become a subject matter expert in that field. Knowing that each SEAL has gone through the same training, or at least the same basic training that you've gone through, means that they've been tested and they've proven themselves thus far. Just gives you that much more reassurance that you can count on them, even if the going gets tough. I mean, that's when you need them the most, or rely on them the most.
Great story, and now he's got it for the gold medal. Let's hear for Stacey Virgin taking the wins.
My name is Stacey Virgin. I'm a United States Navy SEAL.
My name is Justin Gabriel, born and raised in San Diego, California. I've been in the Navy for 17 years. I got into swimming because I felt that swimming would be a challenge, and I thought I could be competitive. In high school, I competed in both breaststroke, 100 and 200 meter distances, 500 meter freestyle, and the 200 IM. I like swimming because of the way most of the responsibility for your performance lies inside. You're required to maintain your own physical fitness outside of the pool, including doing some cross training, some of the running, some of the flexibility issues, nutrition, all that, those key elements to being successful in the pool. The reason I decided to become a Navy SEAL is because I thought it would be a challenge. I was born and raised in San Diego. However, I never actually knew what being a Navy SEAL was. Competitive swimmers have an advantage in this pipeline because of their familiarity and comfort in the water. Something you can't really teach. One of the biggest and largest hurdles that any potential SEAL has to face is fear of the water, fear of the ocean. However, despite those advantages with the water, you still have to come with the mental preparation that allows you to get through difficult circumstances, coldness of the water, lack of rest, lack of nutrition, and injuries. And that is something that competitive swimming and any other sport really cannot quite give you. You have to come here and experience it for yourself. Initially, upon attempting this program, my thought process was to meet my goals and be challenged. What it's turned into is a brotherhood. The brotherhood and the solidarity between operators at the SEAL team is something I don't know you can experience anywhere else. And that is what gets us through challenging situations. It's what gets us through the rigors of warfare, and it's what gets us through the difficulties of training and preparing for war. My name is Justin Gabriel. I'm a Navy SEAL.
I'm Nathan Hatfield from Imperial Beach, California, and I'm a U.S. Navy SEAL. I used to play water polo in high school. Played for 4 years at Mar Vista High School. When I played water polo, I was a forward. I also played defensive pole, and I always thought that was funny because I was always the shortest guy on the team. I was just real scrappy. Yeah, water polo definitely prepared me to be comfortable in the water. Some things are harder for other students, but because of water polo, I was able to do well at the tread and the underwater knot tying and stuff like that. It wasn't as hard. And getting beat up during water polo practice and during games has really made it easy to do certain things in the water. Ocean swims, ocean passage, rock portage, anything in the water that seems uncomfortable at the time is pretty easy because I had the water polo background. And plus the teamwork is exactly the same, even more so in the SEAL teams because you trust that guy with your life. Right now I'm a SEAL instructor at SQT. I teach land warfare. SQT is the advanced training portion of the BUDS pipeline. What I like best about land warfare is that we get to shoot a lot of guns and actually do the tactics that we're using. Other phases are just training phases. We do a lot of shooting, a lot of moving, a lot of communication, a lot of teamwork. It's everyone needs to be heads up, know what's going on so they shoot each other in the back and they can successfully move on the enemy. Land warfare pretty much is when you go to a target in country, you usually get there by patrol, some type of patrol. Land warfare teaches what to do in extreme circumstance if you get contacted or you need to maneuver on an enemy to successfully engage a target. When you're over in country, you're really defending the guys that are there. I feel like when I'm there, I'm there to help them so they can do their mission and they can get home safely. My advice to the high school and collegiate water polo players that want to be a Navy SEAL, just go ahead and do it. You already have the background and the skill sets to make it through. You got to have the mental toughness not to quit.